begin today in seated. Notice the weight of your sitting bones and the reach through the crown of the head. Become aware of your inhale and your exhale. Heaviness in your elbows. Lightness in your heart. Let's take a full breath in. A big sigh out. And settle the palms together over the heart. We show up to practice to take care of ourselves. We show up to practice so that we emerge in better form, to be more present, more capable, more loving, more active in the world around us. May this practice serve that. With your next inhale, please open your eyes. Lean forward. You can put your hands on your knees. Lean all the way forward till you're about to maybe even tip forward. And then lean all the way back until you're about to tip backwards. Go all the way out to one side. No wrong way to do this. And all the way out to the other side. So last action. Your arms really nice and wide. This allows for us to spin from the muscles of the spine. And spin as far as you can to the right. Spin as far as you can to the left. It's tempting to bring that front arm more parallel to the yoga mat. Try to keep it open. And then come back to center. So hands on the knees, we'll use that entire capacity of our spine to do some circles here. Imagine your belly button is like a spoon. You're trying to get the peanut butter off the edge of the jar. Maybe it's Nutella. And then we're gonna come to center, switch legs. Switch the leg that's in front. And go in the opposite direction, clockwise or counterclockwise. At the very beginning, we went so far forward that we almost tipped forward, and we went so far backwards that we almost tipped backwards. So you can really own that space. Notice if one side feels different than the other. Get your cat and cow on here too, so sort of rounding your spine backwards for cat, and arching your spine forward for cow, squeezing the shoulders back. One more circle. Find center. Arms sweep up. And you can interlace your fingers into what's known as Kali Mudra. Squeeze arms by the ears and just get really long, really tall. Become a channel, become a vessel. Another full breath in. Big sigh out. Take the arms down. Move the blanket or block out of the way. And simply come onto your back. So your hips are going to be in the middle of your yoga mat. You'll draw your knees in, cup your hands over the knees, and do circles with the knees. Switch directions in the other direction. You can bring your knees to center and bend just one elbow, letting the other knee kind of pull you forward a little bit. And then the other elbow, other knee pulls you forward a little bit. back and forth a few times. You can linger anywhere that feels nice and potent, good to you. And then slowly draw your knees into your chest. Hug in, rock a little side to side. We can use these gentle practices, and especially the warm-ups before we practice yoga, to become attuned to what's going on in our body on any given day. So if you feel a tightness on the right that is different from the left, or vice versa, if you feel one side of your body higher than the other, etc. So any asymmetries, become aware of any challenges you might be noticing in the body. And then settle your feet down to the yoga mat. You're going to let your feet go nice and wide and drop your knees in on one another. Hands to the belly, a couple of full breaths. You're feeling the weight of your bones. Wiggle your feet back to parallel to one another. Grab behind your right leg and straighten and bend your right leg a couple times. So it truly doesn't matter how straight your leg gets, just take it to its end range and then back off. Its end and then back off. At the end range, if you'd like, you can add the toes, curl them back towards the eyes. This first part really, really simple. Next time your leg goes straight, bring your left hand to the outside of the right leg. Straighten out your left leg. Just drag your leg across your body. So you can land it and get a nice spinal twist. Or you can, even if it feels good, keep it up in the air somewhere where you feel more of the outer edge of your hip. And what you do on the right might be different from what you do on the left. So breathe into wherever you've landed, knee bent or knee straight. If you're in the spinal twist, look to the right, take a full breath in. As you exhale, twist just the tiniest bit deeper. Chin to center. Draw your right knee to center. Set your left foot down and your right foot down. We'll catch behind the left leg. Bend and straighten your left leg. So you're going to do this about 10 or so times. It brings a nice blood flow to the muscle, to the hamstrings. And it allows the nervous system time to adapt to a lengthened state. Your toes back as well. And the next time your leg goes straight, straighten your right leg out on the yoga mat and start to pull your left leg across with the right arm. Again, you can pause in space. You can have your knee as bent as you'd like. You can take that leg all the way over into a spinal twist if that's where your body wants to go with this. If you're in the spinal twist, look to the left. Take a few breaths. Slowly draw the leg back to center. Set both feet on the ground and grab your block. Place your block right between your legs, right between the thighs. Squeeze it in. Full breath. Exhale, flatten your back. Flattening your back engages a couple of muscles deep to the belly. And squeezing the legs also helps to create that overflow sensation of engagement in the belly. And you're gonna rise up to a low bridge. So in this low bridge, I would like for you to feel your low back muscles less and more of the back of your leg, your glutes and a little bit of your core. Still, you're gonna feel your front thighs, but I also want you to feel the back of your thighs. So it's a nice low bridge, not too much pressure on your shoulders. And slowly exhale, vertebra by vertebra, lowering right back down. Squeeze the block again, turn your toes out. Flatten your back again, so tipping the pelvis backwards like a bowl. Rise up to another low bridge so that your shoulders, hips, and knees are in line. You can squeeze the block in the middle width or the skinny width. The more you activate and dig your heels in, the more you'll work your hamstrings. If you get a cramp, which sometimes happens with this one, we can all do this together. Lower back down, and again, just catch the back of your leg and straighten and bend a couple times. Even turning your foot in and out like a beauty queen wave can be really, really helpful. So you can stay there if you're getting hamstring cramps, or if you might get a cramp or you think you can get over it, wiggle your feet further out and then rise up again. You're looking for a parallel quality in your hips. So your hips should be nice and even. If the block were sitting on your hips, it would be neutral with the horizon. And then exhale, lower down, vertebra by vertebra, which builds stability around your core. And we have one more bridge. So maybe take your legs out just a little further, and the front part of your foot is off the floor, so just the heels dig in. Rise on up. Squeeze it all together. Check that your pelvis is level, that your belly is engaged, the back of your legs are engaged. Stay steady in your breath. As you lower down, aim to make your spine longer. The heels kind of help with that, so you can kind of dig your heels in and make your spine a little bit longer until you get back to the floor. We'll take one of the straps. Just place it around the ball mound of your right foot. Straighten the left leg long. Bring your right thumb to the hip crease of your right leg. What that means is both ends of the strap are in your left hand. So you're going to press your right hip forward and slowly take the leg across your body. But don't do a spinal twist this time. You're probably going to find a spot in space that feels a little potent. And when you get there, you can point and flex your foot like you're on a gas pedal. When I said hip crease, I meant the right thumb right into the place where the hip folds. And if you take it and you press it forward, it almost exaggerates the right side down, like you're sharing a seat with somebody, that feeling. Rise back through center. Here's a little trick. If you keep your foot in space, it gets so much easier to switch the foot that's in the strap. So your right foot is here now. You're just gonna loop your left foot in. Set your right foot down. Straighten your right leg out. Left thumb to the hip crease. Hands, or right hands to the strap. Bring it across your body. And you don't, for many of us, we won't have to go very far before we start to feel something. If you are are noticing that your foot drifts down and down and down and you don't feel a whole lot, bend your knee and draw it up and across so that maybe even your knee is at hip or belly height, and you might feel a bit more as you do that. So go ahead and straighten and bend your knee. Dragging the foot across your body. Draw the leg back to center. Beautiful. Set the strap all the way to the side. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. Knees open wide like a diamond, and press into your feet. See if you can get just a little bit of air under your bum. It doesn't have to be the most, but just a little bit. So your feet, outer edges of your feet press into the ground. And then lower down. This one I call the butterfly bridge. Try to keep your knees open and even, and press and lift. Perfect, you guys. Lower down. Rock a little side to side. Let's do one last time. Zip up through the belly with your exhale. Press through the outer edges of your feet. Lift up. And slowly, slowly release. Grab hold of your knees again. And draw some circles. This time, if you want to, you can take the circles in the opposite directions. Draw the left knee in and cross the right ankle over the left knee. So it's totally possible also that you'll want to keep your left foot on the floor and cross your right ankle over. If you can bring the knees closer to your chest in this shape, then right arm goes through the legs. Hands hook behind the left thigh. Draw it in. Rock a little side to side. If your flexibility isn't there today, you can also keep your left foot on the floor and simply push your right knee away, which is pretty amazing. Now, as I push the right knee away, I'm also kind of pushing back into my hand, which creates more stability in the hip. Let's all lower the left foot to the floor, keeping the right ankle on top. And we're gonna do little bridges. So bridge up, 3 little bridges. As you go up, try to keep your pelvis level. You can even put your block there to see. We'll switch sides. Hands around the knees, a little bit of a circle just to even things out. Right foot down, left ankle over. Hug the thighs in. Left arm's gonna go in between that space. Your hand's gonna go behind the right leg. Rock a little side to side. So it's always in this practice of yoga, if you notice that your mind has wandered, bring it back into the moment. Aim to stay as present as possible. And squeeze the knees in. And then slowly lower your right foot down to the floor, if it's not already there. Keep your pelvis level and rise up to a low bridge. 3 of these. Let your breath be your guide in this action. Slow, steady pace as you lower down after your 3rd round widely. Make prayer hands with your hands and bring your elbows to the inside of your knees. So it looks like a deep squat, but on your back. Press your knees into your arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Jiggle everything out. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees, like this, and push your knees outward. So I'm actually gonna turn around so you guys can see this better. The hands to the outside of the knees looks like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jiggle the knees, relax. Palms together. Squeeze the knees in. Jiggle the knees, relax. Hands to the outside. Push out. So I'm pushing my knees open like I'm pushing open a book, opening a book. We have one more round of the in and out. So we'll come around, make sure everybody's good. Bring your palms together, elbows to the inside, and just squeeze the knees into the arms. And then release. Hands cup your knees, jiggle the knees around a little bit. And you'll bring your hands to the outside of the knees and push out. Perfect, you guys. Roll to your side and rise up all the way onto hands and knees for table pose. So a lot of what we've done so far has been about creating space in the outside of the hip and loosening up the hip joints and the pelvis, and then also stabilizing, activating the muscles that stabilize this whole region. So we're going to root our hands down into the floor and practice a little cat and cow here. On your inhale, belly down, pull the chest forward. And on your exhale, push the ground away, round up towards the sky. Inhale, belly down, squeeze shoulders back. Exhale, round, 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 round. One last time. Belly down, squeeze shoulders back. And round it up. Okay. Slide in the space between your feet. Roll your toes under and sit back into kind of an active child's pose. So I'm pushing through my hands and opening up the soles of the feet. If you can, get your pinky toes down, your small toes down as well. Shift a little right and left. Your block is your friend for this next move. So if you feel comfortable, you can do this without the block coming into a deep squat. Or you can set the block in a low, middle, tall position, whatever you need to do to get into the squat shape here. And I'll bring anybody a second block if you want. Alright, so block or no block, doesn't matter. The benefits will be the same. You're going to squeeze your elbows with your inner thighs. I'm actually squeezing in pretty firmly and pushing out with my arms. And then relax and take it to the other side. So press knees outward. Notice if it's trickier on one side than the other. Like if your right arm, right leg doesn't push as hard as the left. And focus on the side that feels a little weaker. We'll bring the elbows to the inside again. Squeeze in. And press out. support you need. If you feel that you're starting to struggle sitting in this position, elbows to the insides. And pressing in, squeezing in, and then pushing out. Perfect. Release and come back onto hands and knees. Wiggle your feet off to the right side of your yoga mat. You're going to bring the right leg and tuck it behind the left. Widen the space between your feet and push back. So the direction we're going in is called Gomukhasana legs, which is when you sit your hips all the way between your heels. But the great thing is that you don't actually have to sit your hips between your heels to enjoy this shape. So your right foot's over on the left side of the yoga mat, and the left foot's over on the right side of the yoga mat. And you just lean back, and for some of us, we're going to be at about a 45-degree angle, and that will feel perfect, exactly where we need to be. Some of you will want to take your hips all the way down, or maybe down to a block, or the blanket. But we'll stay in this forward folded shape for a little bit, side to side. Just a little snuggle action here. About 5 breaths. Inhale, rise up. Unravel your legs. Shake it up. Do 1 round of cat and cow. Inhale, belly down, heart forward. Exhale, push the floor away and round up. Okay, so knees come together. Feet go off to the left, and then you take that outside leg, which is now your left leg, and you're going to bring it back, tuck it behind. This is where you separate your feet, so you have to pivot on that knee. And you want your feet to be separate pretty evenly side to side, so you can go straight back. Have your block there if you might want it. And lean back and find the right angle for you. So personally, I actually find a lot of like therapeutic intensity right here at this angle, which doesn't look like a lot, yeah, depending on your perspective. But I feel more here than I might if I completely sat down between my legs. So find the angle that feels appropriate for your hips, your IT band, your sacrum. And then your inhale, very, very slowly roll forward. Unravel your legs, come all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, lift your chest up and wiggle your elbows underneath your shoulders for Sphinx pose. Make your legs really, really active. Try and lift your kneecaps by pressing your toenails down into the floor. And look over your left shoulder. Get a nice spin through your whole upper back. So your right shoulder goes forward, left shoulder goes back. And then look over your right shoulder. Left shoulder goes forward, right shoulder back. And over the left. And over the right. One more time. Each side. This is Sphinx pose. And if you feel any like snap, crackle, pops in your upper back, it's a nice release usually. You're going to wiggle the elbows out. Get back to center. And just lift your left leg up. Forehead can rest on the back of your hands. Just lift your left leg up. lower it down, and right side, just lift your right leg up. As you lift, notice if you end up pressing through your other leg a whole lot, and try not to. Try to really make this action happen from the glutes. Lower down, left leg lifts. Lower down, and right leg lifts. Lower down. This time, bend your left knee. Lift your leg up, and you can start to take the foot all the way across your body. I can't go very far because I'm hitting the wall. But if you want to, you can take your foot all the way down and maybe even touch the floor or hover in space. Or touch your block on the other side. Let your right cheek come to the floor. Take a gorgeous breath. And slowly come back to center. Bend your right leg, lift that knee, and turn your cheek to the right. Let this leg come all the way across. Maybe the foot comes to the floor, maybe it doesn't. And slowly back to center. Squeeze your legs together and float both of your legs up off the floor. It may not go very high, but try to get it from the thighs as opposed to from the knees. So toes touch, thighs lift. You feel a lot maybe in your low back or your sacrum, but you can scoop your belly and that should help. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Rest your face, bend your knees, and shift side to side with your feet. Windshield wipe your feet. Put your leg out on your yoga mat now. Use your hands to press up your table. Let your knees go nice and wide, the toes touch. And sit back into a wide legged child's pose. More full breaths into the back of your body. If you want more of a hip stretch, you can take your knees wider. And if you want a little bit more release in your back, you can draw your thighs to touch one another. Maybe even grabbing your blanket and placing it under your belly. And one of your next inhales, when you are ready, rise up. I recommend stacking vertebra by vertebra, scooping the muscles of your belly so that your head is the very last thing to come up. That feels good. So in this room, we're all kind of scattered away from the wall, but there's tons of wall space. So I'm going to offer 2 options for Shavasana. First one is regular Shavasana, just lie flat on your back. I'll bring bolsters for anybody who wants bolsters for under your knees. And the second one is legs up the wall, which is gorgeous. It's really, really nice. So if you want to do legs up the wall, you optionally can have a blanket under your hips or over your legs. And legs up the wall, it's like this. So the first part of legs up the wall is adopting a spot on the wall. If you'd like to do that, you can bring your yoga mat perpendicular to the wall. And then bring a blanket with you for good measure. You can have your blanket in this position, or in this position. And this is optional, but it will go pretty close to the wall, the fringe side away from you. You're going to want to sit on the very edge of the blanket, on the very edge of your yoga mat. Take your outside arm down and swing the legs up, or get up however feels comfy to you. Would you like a bolster? Yes. Legs up the wall pose is known in Sanskrit as Viparita Karani. Your hips can actually be a few inches away from the wall, which is the most optimal position if your hamstrings don't very easily come to 90 degrees. If you find that it's taking a lot of effort, wiggle your hips just a little further away. That might be a more relaxed state for you. Wherever you are, imagine your bones sinking down, heavy. And legs up the wall, let the weight of the thighs feel as though the socket is deepening. Eyelids heavy. Aware of your breath. If you notice any thoughts coming up, they'll pass by like clouds in the sky. Aiming to anchor your mind to this present moment through your breath. Legs up the wall and your toes start to get tingly or numb. Of course, just draw your knees into your chest and rest with your knees bent. fresh oxygen all the way to your fingers, to your toes. Starting to wiggle, starting to wake up. Reach long through your limbs. Doing any movements that feel organic to you. If your legs are still up the wall, you can draw your knees into your chest one at a time. If you're on your back, you can also draw your knees into your chest. Hug your arms around the knees. Rock a little side to side. Rock to whatever side would feel good to you. Press up slowly to a comfortable seated position. You can let your head be the very last thing to come up. Eyes stay closed. We'll press our palms down over the heart. And full breath in. Big sigh out. And bring the palms into Anjali Mudra, palms together, thumbs together. Let's bring our thumbs to the third eye point for kindness in all of our thoughts. Thumbs to the lips or to the chin for commitment to kindness in all of the words we speak to ourselves as well as to others. And thumbs to our heart center for commitment to kindness in